Welcome back to episode 5. This is going to be who we think the next Bills Wall of Famer will be.
We're right on this Buffalo Bills gravy train.
Oh, yeah.
We're still on this topic.
There's nothing else going on in sports, so really nothing else to talk about. And we know Buffalo Bills team history the most, so figured we'd do some web series on the Buffalo Bills until the sports teams kick back up.
Yeah. I like this talk because the last one was in 2017.
Yep.
Cookie Gilchrist.
Yeah, so it's been a couple years. We're due.
We're due.
Somebody's going on the wall, and we're thinking it's 2020. So yeah, it went Cookie Gilchrist 2017, Lou Saban 2015. So like 2 years off. And then like a couple years back, we went 2010, 2011, 2012 for putting people up there. So yeah, I think we're due, and we comprised a list of players who we think could potentially be the next Bills Wall of Famer.
Yeah, and this was a tough one because, like, in my mind, I keep going back to our glory days in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
there's always that one person that we're like, oh, he deserves to be on there.
Yeah.
Or
who have we forgot?
Right, but then I know we didn't do as well in the
early 2000s. Most of the 2000s until recent.
Most of the 2000s.
Yeah.
Really, up until these last 3 years.
Yeah. For the last 2 decades, we really weren't that relevant.
No, and I know I was looking at this, and I'm sure, like, trying to make up my list. I know you and I talked on the phone a little bit about this, but, like, when I was thinking about our list, like, we didn't, like, I know I didn't pick Eric Wood, Kyle Williams, who I think those two eventually will make it.
Yeah. But give them like 5 years. Give them some time.
Give them some time to retire. Like if it took Andre Reed until 2000 or Bruce Smith to 2008.
Yeah,
that was
an obvious one.
The greatest Bill player to ever play.
Yeah,
like you got to let these guys get their time in retirement.
Absolutely,
and let these other players get into the Wall of
Fame. Have their moment in the Wall of Fame after being retired for so long. But we did make a list comprised of a couple names that we picked from. We did Henry Jones, Eric Moulds, Aaron Schobel, Fred Jackson, Kyle Williams, Eric Wood, Cornelius Bennett, Reuben Brown, Bryan Mormon. We comprised of a couple of notable Bills players, both from the glory days of the 90s until it's pretty recent, but fan favorites like your Eric Woods, Fred Jackson, Kyle Williams, of who we think.
And we put Fred Jackson because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I out of my list, I don't think he makes the Wall of Fame.
I mean, statistically, he did better than Cookie.
True, but Cookie. See, I wish I would know Cookie Gilchrist because there's a few seasons. I only played for the Bills for 3 years.
Right.
But he was good. I just don't know if he led the NFL in rushing yard or AFL, excuse me.
Yeah.
In rushing yards.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, so Fred Jackson was a longer tenure and has better numbers than Cookie, and he's on the wall. So I mean, but yeah, so we each picked a player and who we think is going to be the next Bills Wall of Famer, and I'll let you.
You want me to start?
Yeah, I'll let you start.
So this was a tough one, and I really have it down to 4 players that I could see.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I don't put Aaron Schobel there.
Okay. Number 2 in sacks.
Well, let me go to my player.
Okay.
That I'm picking, and I'm picking Cornelius Bennett. I'm going back to the glory days.
Yep. Understandable.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's played 9 years with the Buffalo Bills. He was part of all 4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
He had a total of 793 total tackles.
Yep.
52.5 sacks, which is less than Aaron Schobel. I get that.
Yep.
But the other man that was across from him just did it all.
Yeah.
I mean, he was grabbing all of them before he even got there.
He got there a little bit faster. But I mean, it's still a good pick. I mean, he was the Robin to Bruce Smith's Batman.
Oh, yeah. He had 6 interceptions, 22 forced fumbles.
Yeah.
One of them that returned, one of those interceptions he took back for a touchdown. I mean, he did everything right for the Buffalo Bills during that time period.
I mean, he had the nickname Biscuit. I mean, if you get a nickname, I feel like you were something for that team. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not getting nicknames for no reason. You don't nickname schlubs.
Yeah. And he was first team All-Pro in 90 or in 88.
88, nice.
So, I mean, it's not like we're like I'm my player I'm picking. Like, he was well known in the league.
Oh yeah,
he did his job well. Yep. He was a part of the 4 Super Bowls.
Yep. First round pick for the Falcons.
Colts.
Colts.
So there's always that talk with Jerry Hughes and him when they traded.
Yeah, for the Colts. So I mean, it's like he was a highly regarded player. Performed at a high.
Got the job done.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because it's outside of Bruce Smith, like really during that time period, not a lot of people did like 10 plus sacks.
No.
So like nowadays, like I feel like our number that we always look for is 10 sacks. Like if you have 10 plus sacks, you had a great season.
Yeah.
But I mean, you ran the ball so much more during that time period than throwing it. Or if you did throw it, a 3-step pass. It wasn't like these longer pass routes.
Yeah, it was a lot of West Coast style, hence the 49ers. Right. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of that type of passing offense. So, yeah, a lot less time. So it actually gives you more appreciation that Bruce got so many sacks in a more run-heavy league. Like, imagine what he would do now. But then again, then again, the
schemes.
In the penalties, maybe some of those sacks wouldn't be sacks because I watched
I
watched some of those highlights and I like cringed at how he threw quarterbacks because I'm so used to like how they flag quarterback sacks now. So I mean, definitely Cornelius Bennett is definitely well deserving. I know I've seen some articles already about I think Marv Levy contacted the Pagulas actually about having Cornelius Bennett on the Wall of Fame.
Oh, so. Yeah, and I mean, and a lot of people think of Cornelius Bennett as his pass rusher, but really he was a solid linebacker for the team. I mean, he had 4 seasons of over 100 plus tackles.
Yeah.
So not only was he pressuring the quarterback at a very high rate. And I know we played a 3-4 scheme, but he also had 100 plus tackles.
Yeah, he did it all.
Yeah,
he was great linebacker.
9 years, like I said, 793 tackles, so a little less than 80 tackles a season, something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, that, and I think Cornelius Bennett is an easy pick for me.
Yeah. And like you said, there for all 4 Super Bowls. I mean, part of the Bills' heyday. Yeah. Like he might be one of the final guys from the 90s era that should be up on the wall.
Weirdly, I have 2 of those 90 players. I think and here's my other one, and I know you're going to elaborate on your favorite player of like all time.
Yeah.
I assume that was going to be your pick.
Yeah.
Henry Jones.
Yes.
And I know a lot, and if you watch the Bills during the 90s, you know him.
Yeah.
And Henry Jones played 10 years with the Bills.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Longer than I thought he did.
I thought he played like the last 4 years. Like I thought he played like 95 to 99. I did not know he came in 91.
See,
no idea.
I'll tell you why he was one of my favorite players. Mm-hmm. He was my favorite player in NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
So, but Henry Jones, I'll just do a quick little run through with him just because we've already talked about him. Played 144 games with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Total of 663 total tackles, 18 interceptions, 5 sacks. Four of those interceptions he took back for touchdowns.
Wow.
And that one play that Micah Hyde took back, that onside recovery for a touchdown. Henry Jones did it before him.
Really?
And I
did not know that.
Yeah. I only knew that when Micah Hyde did it, the next week, someone posted on a video on it.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
They brought it up.
Yeah.
God, I thought that was like a fluke play. I've never seen it before, and no one was reacting. Yeah. Your big sports markets or not markets, but channels were not reacting. That play is insane.
And the game was so close when they happened.
Yeah.
But Henry Jones, my only knock on him, would be that he had 1 Pro Bowl and 1 first team All Pro.
Right.
But I sit there and I think about it, the Bills were having I'm sure when I think about people who are getting nominated for Pro Bowls, when the Patriots would always have 4 or 5, it's okay, the whole team can't be a part of it.
Right.
And I think about during that time period, it's okay, you're obviously picking Bruce Smith.
Yep.
You're obviously picking Andre Reed.
Yep.
Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly.
Yep. maybe Darryl Talley,
Darryl
a
Talley,
couple of years.
Cornelius Bennett made 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I only think that the reason why Henry Jones didn't get as many Pro Bowl votes is because, like, well, hold up, your whole team can't go there.
Right. Even though our team was that dominant.
Dominant during that time period.
Yeah.
And, I don't, like, and I don't think, like, Henry Jones will get brought up, like, a couple times during, like, these Wall of Fames, but that'll be it.
Yeah.
I mean, that number 20 will, I mean, if you watch the 90s, you knew who number 20 was out there on that field. But
yeah, I mean, I feel it's sad because I feel like Bills fans have forgotten about him. Mm-hmm. And like for me, for instance, I thought he only played like 95 to 99.
Yeah, I mean,
like
10
I didn't
years,
realize he played 10 years.
You're in the all-decade team, and the one thing that threw me off even more, which is surprising, Phil Hansen made the
Wall of Fame.
Wall of Fame in like 2011, I think.
Yeah, 2011, 2010, something like that.
Yeah, and he was drafted the same time with Phil Hansen.
Wow,
Henry Jones was our first pick. Phil Hansen was our second pick.
That's a heck of a draft.
Second round pick. Like
Bill Polian, thank you.
Yeah, to think about like those two players became like when you think of like when we did that all-decade team for like the 2010
to 2019.
Yeah, 91 to 91 to 99. Henry Jones and Phil Hansen both make that.
Yeah,
both in the same draft class.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy to think about. So your pick is
my pick is Cornelius Bennett.
Just wanted to talk about Henry Jones. I mean, like
if I had picked 1A, 1B, like I'm picking someone from our glory day. That's who I think.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be Cornelius Bennett. But like my dark horse, Henry Jones.
Henry Jones. Okay. So my pick, like he said before, my favorite player to watch growing up, Eric Moulds.
Oh,
Eric Moulds is my pick for the next Bills Wall of Famer. Drafted in 96, first round pick. Number 2 in receiving yards, number 2 in catches, number 2 in touchdowns, only behind a Hall of Famer, Andre Reed. Holds the Bills record for the most receiving yards in a playoff game. 240 yards.
I was going to say, he absolutely killed that
against the rival Dolphins.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie was just like, I'm throwing to you the whole game. When he retired, he was 21st in receptions and 29th in receiving yards all time.
Yeah.
He was one of the best wide receivers when he retired, and he had possibly the worst quarterbacking crew.
And we talk about, like, during that time period, like, we ran the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Thurman Thomas.
Yep.
And, I mean, like...
We had Travis Henry. Like, during that time.
We had some random running backs, but we ran the ball a lot.
Yeah.
That was ingrained in our system to always do that. And to think that what he did... And you're right, with the quarterbacks. And I know I think, Jim Kelly 1 year?
Yeah,
maybe
2 years?
One year.
Okay. But, like, you think about Jim Kelly, Andre Reed. You think about Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne. Like, your top echelon wide receivers have one quarterback for most of their career. Eric Moulds had Drew Bledsoe, Doug Flutie, Rob Johnson, Jim Kelly, J.P. Lossman, Alex Van Pelt. I forgot about Alex Van Pelt, Kelly Holcomb, and Todd Collins. All of those quarterbacks started at least 8 games for one of his years playing in a Buffalo Bills uniform. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks.
Yeah. Talk about, he was probably like the Larry Legend during that time period.
Yeah.
Like Larry Legend played with Kurt Warner for a couple of years. Well, there's your Drew Bledsoe years.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and then I couldn't name you like Carson Palmer for another couple years, which would be like, I guess, your Doug Flutie years, but like otherwise than that, I couldn't name you like Matt Leinart. Like, really? He's out of the league.
Yeah. But that's like, you're right. Eric Moulds for Buffalo was just absolutely everything.
First Bills player to break 100 receptions in a year. I mean, could you imagine breaking 100 receptions in a year now for the Bills? I mean, it's unheard of.
Yeah.
Your top receivers are doing that.
Is he our only?
Yes.
That's what I wanted to clip. I'm like, just thinking about it, like, wait, he's our first and only.
Yes.
To do 100 receptions.
First and only. He is number 1 and number 2 in receptions in a single season with 100 in 2002, I believe, and then 94 in 2000.
94 was that with Kelly?
That no, 94 receptions. It was still with Drew Bledsoe.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he had 100 receptions and 94 receptions. Those are the top 2 reception marks in Bills history. He owns both of them.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm assuming he probably made the Pro Bowls both those years.
Yeah, he only made the Pro Bowl 3 times. I mean, you think he's going against Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
Oh, there you go. They're number 2 and number 3 in the NFL.
Right. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going against top echelon wide receivers. So 3 Pro Bowls, kind of understandable when you consider the wide receiving crop that he was in.
And then our quarterback crap.
Crap, yeah. You said that correctly. But my dark horse is Aaron Schobel. My dark horse is Aaron Schobel because when you're number 2 in sacks in a team and the only person ahead of you leads the NFL in all-time sacks, you're doing something for your career.
Oh, yeah.
And, I just want to shine light on, the 2000s to 2010s were, the worst years in Bills history.
I mean, we didn't get first-round first picks, which I think we did a couple times in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
But
But
you're right. During our time period that we watch regularly,
yeah.
I just want to make sure that
6 and 10 was a regular record for us. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was over 10 sacks. I think 3 or 4 of his years. He played 10 years for the Buffalo Bills. Only played for the Buffalo Bills, and he's number 2 all time in Bills sacks.
Yeah, 78 total sacks.
I mean, it's a lot behind Bruce Smith. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but still.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like all 4 of these players. I mean, I think another one we should just mention, Bryan Mormon.
Yes. I mean, people might laugh at that one, but for how long he played, again, during the early 2000s, he was our only Pro Bowler at sometimes.
Yeah. Bryan Mormon, 12 years with the Bills, 2-time Pro Bowl, 2-time first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
He did the job. He was a track athlete.
Yep.
Probably more people remember his highlight with Sean Taylor wrecking him in the Pro Bowl game. But, what Bryan Mormon did was, and not only did he succeed in the field, he excelled out in the community.
Yeah.
He went and visited schools.
Yeah.
He just went and did so much for the Buffalo Bills community that, I'm not saying because you do stuff out in the Buffalo Bills community, you deserve a spot on the Wall of Fame.
Right.
But,
well, on top of what he did.
What he did on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to have the big leg that he did, I mean, he did
his long. What was his longest kick?
God, I think I remember this game, believe it or not. It was in Green Bay. He was punting out of the end zone, I believe. It was a strong wind. I want to say it was 86-yard punt.
84. I give
84.
you credit.
Oh, damn.
84 yards. I only saw it because I looked him up.
Yeah.
I'm wow.
Yeah, no, it was...
I imagine it bounced a little bit, but still, when that
out of the
kick
back
hits,
of the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. 84-yard
Yeah.
punt.
I remember that kick just because it did go so far that it was even the newscasters were like, wow, he got a hold of that one. The hang time that he would get in the Buffalo wind and just, I mean, like we talked about, early 2000s, we didn't have much to be proud of. We were proud of our punter.
Yeah.
Go Bills and Bryan Mormon.
Literally, that's all you could talk about. If you had a fantasy team, Bryan Mormon was on it.
Yep.
Now, mind you, probably no punters, but we'll
right.
go with it. We have to talk about something good here.
Right.
Yeah.
We had some decent returners during the time. Terrence McGee was a shining bright spot, but it was Bryan Mormon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd agree. Honorable mention, possible Wall of Famer.
Right. If he gets picked, it's not a surprise to me.
Yeah.
But he's not my top 3.
No, definitely not.
My top 3: Cornelius Bennett, Henry Jones, and then Eric Moulds. And I hate saying it like that.
Yeah.
I just think I think it's gonna be either Cornelius Bennett or Henry Jones for the next one, and then I think the following one will be Eric Moulds.
Yeah, especially if you do chronologically. They haven't, but Cornelius Bennett definitely does deserve. Like I said, Marv Levy is pushing for it. So give Marv one last thing before before he's gone. So yeah, definitely Cornelius Bennett. I'd agree with you, but Eric Moulds definitely deserves to be on the Wall of Fame.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, like there was that early 2000 with Drew Bledsoe, Peerless Price, Eric Moulds. I mean, it was like the first time in history that we had like 2 1,000-yard receivers and Travis Henry rushing for 1,000-yard rushing, like, and then Drew Bledsoe throwing for 3,000. Like, I remember that season.
Yeah.
And we didn't make the playoffs.
The fact that we couldn't make the playoffs is just so sad. Like, that team was wasted.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about a team with all the potential and lived up to it offensively.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, it was probably more, like, outside of like the 90s with the offense, like that probably was one of our best offensive teams.
It's a potent offense. I mean, hopefully this year 2020, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, John Brown can hopefully recapture some of that and be close to them. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, that would be awesome. Like if I had to sit there and think that like if Stephon Diggs, John Brown both get over 1,000 yards receiving, and then a running back, I'm going to pick Singletary.
Yeah.
Because I think Singletary,
he's going to get more of the carries, I think.
Yeah. Like
he's slippery.
And then Josh Allen threw for 3,000 last year.
Yeah.
I mean, John Brown
broke 1,000.
Broke 1,000, but like
he had more yards than Stephon Diggs last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, or they were very close. They were very close. They were within like 15 yards.
I was gonna guess it was close because Stephon Diggs did like 17.9. Last year per.
So I'm still gonna stick with my predictions with Eric Moulds. We'll post it up to see.
Yeah. I know we don't have anything on the board.
Yeah.
I didn't buy thumbtacks. That's on me.
Yeah. Gotta get thumbtacks.
But the next video you'll see all our thumbtacks on there.
Yep. And like the title of the show says, Accountable Sports, we're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to see who is right in these predictions.
Right, and this will just prove to the Buffalo Bills world, to the whole world, that when I talk sports, like, you guys should start listening to me more often than him.
Oh my God, here we go.
We'll do like a point system. Each time we're right, we'll throw a point.
Yeah, I can't wait to beat you in this point system. Hopefully going to skunk you. So follow us, like us. Accountable Sports. I feel like by the 5th episode, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Still looking for some comments. We'll talk to you about some, like, who else, who maybe we missed off of, like, we put together a quick 9. Like, maybe you want to talk about,
there's
like,
even
Ted
people
Washington.
talked about Ruben Brown,
Pat Williams. Like, maybe you want to talk about those players. We'll talk.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yep. And anything, like, we're down to talk about anything, like our next episode, like, please hit us up. We're gonna keep pumping out episodes.
Yep.
We're gonna be talking about a little something different probably the next time because baseball's gonna be starting soon.
And NBA.
Yeah.
And NBA is gonna be like, I mean, I think they're going right into playoffs, maybe doing a couple games before that. So yeah. Next episode might be NBA. So if you're NBA fans, make sure to tune in.
All right,
so
guys.
till next time.
See ya.